Well, where are we? Doesn't look like anywhere I normally am. We are south of Miami. I was just at the Orange Bowl, Irish with a big win over Penn State. We are at Biscayne National Park. There's a visitor center that's actually really crowded. I thought I was going to be one of the only people out here, but there's like a school field trip. There's boats everywhere. There's a big marina. We're driving through mangroves, saltwater mangroves. People are kayaking. But I'm gonna walk out on this little jetty trail. It's like, I don't know, less than a mile out to some point. But yeah, there's the city way out there. If you can, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. But it took us like 45 minutes to get down here. I'm gonna go check out another little hike somewhere at another point. You know, not a hike, you can see I'm just walking on a boardwalk. But this is South Florida for you. I mean, we're not too far from Key Largo. And you know, not too far from Miami either. It'd be a couple hours, 2.5, 3 hours to get down to Key West from here. But yeah, the weather's perfect. It's in the 70s. It's not too hot, sort of cloudy. But yeah, this is the jetty trail in Biscayne National Park, a new national park for me as well, technically. So as you might imagine, there's some informational signs about wildlife. Apparently they were in the 1960s or something. They established this national monument before it was a national park because they were trying to build a road from the mainland out to the northernmost key. But here's some wildlife. Manatees. If you've never seen manatees, I've run into some in the Gulf swimming before. You get scared at first because you're not sure what it is, but they're just big, gentle giants. But crocodiles. I didn't realize I guess there are crocs down here, and mainly gators, but raccoons, sea turtles, butterfly. There's actually a cactus. Look at that. Bringing Arizona back to Florida. Got snapper, grunt, and yeah, just those two, I guess. Huh. I guess people fish out here, obviously. So I'm just walking out on this boardwalk. There's people fishing. There's a visitor center. I'll take you in the visitor center, but there's a big marina here, so there's all sorts of boats coming in on this side to the marina. But I'll check out the visitor center later. I'm sure I'll learn something in there. But I think I can walk out on this. I don't know. We'll see. Looks like I can. So the paved trail ends and it turns into more of a, well, maybe it is still sort of paved. Rocky, more rocky, limestoney. But here I think we've reached the end of the line. It doesn't look like, I mean, I could swim and rock hop out on this, but I'm not prepared to. So let's see, this guy's fishing. So yeah, we've hit the end of the line here. Oh, Ponce de Leon apparently named this place after the Bay of Biscay in native Spain. Huh, there's a pirate. Yes, there's all these mangrove channels. And if you've never been in mangroves, they're super dense and super thick all out here. I've kayaked through them before, like channels in them, but if you're trying to like hike and move fast through them, just seeing on like nature shows and survival shows, it's incredibly challenging. It's just so thick and dense, and there's just roots everywhere you're trying to climb through. And real thick mud. So anyway, I don't know what's down here, but just looking out. There's looking north. So I just looked at the map. So Elliott Key is the furthest north key, but there's a lot of separated parts of it, and north of Elliott Key is what's called the Keyhole. So there's all sorts of barrier islands out here, and then eventually, so the Elliott Key looks like it's part of the national park, but then as you get south of Elliott Key, the next one is Key Largo, where there's actually some development, which you might not even be able to see. But anyway, super cool out here. It's very peaceful. So there was a ship of British Navy ship, HMS Fowey. Apparently it sank in the waters of what became this, then became this national park, and archaeologists went down and they were showing pictures of the anchor and all the ceiling planking, and they recovered one of the cannons, I guess, and it's right here. So that's sort of cool. You can't see with the glare here, so, but yeah, here's the cannon, and I don't think those cannonballs are original, but they put some there, and here's another sign about it here. The boat, apparently it was real cramped, carried over 200 sailors and 44 guns, 3 different cannon sizes. It's a nice little 2-story, reminds me of a beach house or something. Let's see what's inside here.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Oh, lionfish skeleton. That's cool. So as you might imagine, all sorts of informational signs about different birds, how the mangrove ecosystem operates. I won't read all these to you, but I might read them all myself, not on the video here. Talks about coral reefs, and yeah, cool. Looks like there's a little theater you could walk in and watch a little informational video too. So yeah, this is the little visitor center here. Pretty nice. Well, I've driven to another point in the park. This is called Black Point Marina, or Black Creek Canal. The place over there looks a little bumpin'. There's like this nice little restaurant on the water, and there's a bike path that goes out here. So I guess I'm gonna walk out for a little bit. Maybe we'll stop over there and grab a drink or something. But yeah, this might just be like a paved bike path. So I don't think I'm gonna walk the full mile on it. So the paved path turns to this same sort of dirt, limestoney path, and eventually I think it just dead ends. But there's all sorts of people fishing, there's picnic tables, there's boats going by from the marina there, and yeah, not very eventful, but if you want to run or bike or just go on a nature walk, check it out. Alright, so about 3/4 of a mile from the parking area, maybe a little bit more. We've hit kind of the end of the line, sort of the same thing. You can sort of walk out, you go in water, but you can connect sort of all these rocks and little islands. Some of them have trees. So you can go out as far as you wanted or play in the water, I suppose. But yeah, so I don't know what this old little boat is out here, but I don't even know if there's anyone in it or if it's just anchored there. But yeah, another point on Biscayne National Park, but really this park's all about, you know, fishing and scuba diving and doing all sorts of stuff underwater, coral reefs. It's not about just going to these little points. But something to do, get out in the sun, get some steps in. So I'm gonna head back to the city now, back to the hotel, and go out to watch the Texas-Ohio State game to see who Notre Dame's opponent will be on January 20th.